What is up, everybody?
How's it
Today we're
going?
doing a
So,
creator hangout. We've got
Yeah.
Maurizio, a yellow.
how's it going?
We got Bionic Bra, Jake,
What's going on?
and Vinny.
How's it going, guys?
Doing good, man. Vinny, you're the only one I really don't know too well. So let's dig into you, man. Let's talk about you. How did you get into comic books?
Let
Yeah.
the haze begin.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's everybody right now because I kind of just jumped in heads first, not knowing anything and not knowing anybody.
Okay.
But yeah, I love it though. I mean, this is great. I grew up. My uncle introduced me to comics when I was a kid. It's kind of the story everybody has, pretty much. I fell in love with it early on, and once I read my first Wolverine comic book as like a 7-year-old, I'm like, yeah, this is what I want to do. And so that's what I did. I wrote stories. I drew up until high school, and then life got very complicated very quickly. I got married when I was 23, had kids, and
Wow.
all of that kind of stuff kind of got put on hold for a while. But I always lived in that world, and so it was interesting. My daughter, she's 7 years old, and she's an artist as well. She loves drawing, takes her pictures everywhere, and she found my old sketchbooks from high school, and we started going through it, and I felt that fire again. Like, oh, I forgot this is what I always wanted to do. So you get into the corporate world, and you kind of, you lose part of your soul. I think.
Right, yeah.
And so as I was going through this with my daughter, I was talking to her like I was talking to my buddies in school. I'm like, yeah, and this guy does this, and this story was like that, and when we got to the end of it, he's like, where's the rest? Like, what did you do from here? And I didn't have the heart to tell her that I gave up on my dreams. So I said, you know what, honey, I just took a break, and so I from that point on just really pulled all nighters, refining, going back to the old well, and telling the story that I always wanted to tell since I was a kid. So that's where I came out of nowhere because I was like, I'm just gonna do it, and I just jump in. So that's kind of where I am here.
Right. Well, that's cool that you're always supportive.
Yeah.
It
And,
definitely helps.
It sure does. Yeah, that's why I can do this right now, actually.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite book, like, growing up?
I was a big X-Men fan. Mainly my uncle. He had like dozens of long boxes, and most of them were filled with like '90s X-Men. And so that's kind of what I just read, and that Jim Lee X-Men story run. Not that it's my favorite now, but as a kid, it's so nostalgic. When I look at
Yeah.
it, like that is, those are comics to me.
Right.
And so more recently, I've been mostly in the indie scene. The indies have some of the best comic coming out right now, whether it's through Comicsgate or even like I don't know if you know like Ghost Machine or anything that like Jeff
Yeah.
Jones is doing right now. Really top notch stuff. So I've been just reading a bunch of indie stuff now that I'm really enjoying.
Very cool. Who are your inspirations? Like, as far as the projects you're working on now, who are you drawing inspiration from?
Well, that's funny because it's not all comic books. So I read a lot. I'm a big reader, and I'm of the opinion that you should have a balanced diet in everything,
Yeah.
And so I read a lot of classics. I read a lot of, well, actually, yeah, I got a bunch of them behind me. C.S. Lewis is probably my biggest inspiration as far as I devoured pretty much everything he ever wrote. And I
Nice.
just love that level. I don't know if you're familiar with like the Inklings, but just that level of writing. It's Tolkien, C.S. Lewis. They're all part of a writing group together.
Okay.
And so learning how to write through them pretty much throughout my whole life. That's what those are my biggest inspirations. Now, comic books are just fun entertainment. I love comic books. I'd rather
Yeah.
read a great comic book than watch a great movie. I just, that's my entertainment. So bringing those influences, those philosophies and all that stuff to my stories that I'm writing. What's going on, Joe?
Yeah.
Um,
Joe Halsey's Vinny, that's my guy.
Has been
Thanks for watching,
really,
Joe.
yeah, thanks for being here, buddy. But yeah, so that's pretty much where my influences mostly come from: is classic literature, ancient texts, C.S. Lewis, all that kind of stuff.
Very cool. Do you want to talk about Arbiter a little bit? Tell us
Sure,
about
yeah, I'd love
that.
to. If I'm talking too much, just stop me, okay? Because
No, that's what we're here for, Benny, is to get to know everybody and talk
yeah,
about the projects that we're working on. So
Yeah.
gotta hold
absolutely.
back.
All right, so Arbiter. So this is a story that again I pulled from every area of my life, going back to when I was a kid. I just refined it, and it is what it is now today. So basically, what the story is about, the precipice of the story is there's 5 dimensions. Obviously we live in the 3rd dimension, and then the 5th dimension is the highest plane of existence. Okay, and in the 5th dimension, there's the king. He's called the Adorned One because he wears a necklace that's the multiverse around his neck, like a necklace. And so, to make a long story short, because I don't want to get too much into the story, but there's a big war that breaks out within the 5th dimension. Usurpers, rebels trying to take over, classic kind of stuff. And they break through to the 4th dimension, which is the bridge in between the 5th and the 3rd. So they break through, and they become what's called breakers in my comic because they want to break apart the necklace where we live.
Right.
And so to prevent that from happening, the king, the Adorned One, he actually gives up his power and infuses it within the necklace. And so these beings are born called Light Keepers. Oh, thank you for pulling that up.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm on one screen right now, so I'm hard to navigate here. But so he creates what are called Light Keepers, and they're different kinds. So you have like Trailblazers, which they're in like these fire teams within the 4th dimension that kind of hunt down breakers, and they are cartographers as well. They map out the 4th dimension. You have Gatekeepers, which they erect lighthouses within the 4th dimension, and their goal is to defend the lighthouses, and they're like central hubs for other Light Keepers. You have Lore Keepers, which they house artifacts and edicts and all that kind of stuff within lighthouses. And then finally you have Arbiters, which their role is they stay on the 3rd dimension, and they are our only defenders in case any breakers actually come through. And so our main hero, our character right here, Chris, knows none of that. You know more than he does at this point. The Arbiters are all but gone. Nobody. It's an old order that fell apart, and the only person that knew anything about it was his adopted father, who disappeared before revealing any of this to him. And so that's where the story picks up. A year later, Chris is angry. He doesn't have any understanding of who he is or what he is, and that's the story of this character as I progress, is him finding out what his role in this world is, in the story, in this war. It kind of just unravels as the story goes on.
Awesome, man. The artwork looks great. Love it.
Yeah, I was just about to say the artwork's spectacular. I love the lighting and the shades, and
yeah, that's all Danilo. He's my artist. I'm an amateur artist. I do all the designs for the characters and the panel layouts, and then I just hand it to Danilo, and he makes his magic happen here. It looks, it's really fantastic.
And this website, dude, this website is so cool.
Hey,
I love it.
My brother actually made this for me. If anybody's in the business or wants a website or something like this, let me know. He's a great guy.
I love all the motion. I love all the motion, like this right here.
Yeah.
Scroll down, this guy pops out. That's awesome.
He's fantastic. He's great at designing all this stuff. And then if you go to you could go to the Fund My Comic right off of this website through the pre-order button. And then it goes right to my campaign, which is great.
okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and so there you see I got currently 31 backers. I have a 28%, which I started from zero. I had no knowledge of how to run a campaign, YouTube or social media or anything. So coming up with 31 backers is purely based off of people looking at it and liking it, which is amazing to me. We're slowly getting there, but I'm having a great time, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you're not on fundraiser mode, are you? Or
no, I'm in
Storefront mode. Okay.
storefront mode. Yeah, because
Awesome.
the reason why I did this because I knew I learned by doing, which has worked against me in many ways. So I've made plenty of mistakes, but I want this to get funded because I know once people have it in their hands, once I ship it out, people are going to love it, and
Yeah.
that's going to give me a boost in just people trusting me, knowing that I'm going to fulfill, right? Knowing that it's good quality because I'm a no name, right? And I recognize that, and I'm very attentive to that for the backers. Like, hey, I get it. I'm just showing up here, with this, but I try to do like even the cost of it. I try to do it as, you know, it's $8 for a physical copy. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
not a huge investment. I'm very attentive to what the consumer or what the backer would be thinking and wanting. So, yeah,
It looks
$8,
great.
$8 for 24 pages. You could have done $13, $15. No questions
yeah.
asked with this art.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I just want the backers to have more reason to back instead of less of
Of
a reason
course.
to back. That's kind of my only.
Right.
But
Okay.
yeah, this world has been in development for over a decade. So like it's so like the story of Arbiter is pretty linear because it's about Chris, but the world
Right.
around him is there's so much depth to it that I'm going in other avenues. Like there's a character in this that does actually a podcast. She's a investigative journalist, but she has a podcast. So on my YouTube channel, I actually made that podcast into a real thing. Like I type up the script and then I use the AI voice over to do the whole podcast thing.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
so you could learn about like the street level crime that this story probably doesn't really touch too much, but you can learn about the areas around it, through this podcast, which I don't know, it's just cool things like that build up the world.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, the book looks exciting. Looks cool. Love the artwork.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it sounds like a cool world. Just the world, let alone like any characters.
Yeah, I tried to blend best I could, like street level crime noir with like cosmic fantasy and how they play on each other. Like they both influence one another, and Arbiter is like the center of that, where they both meet. And it's exciting. I'm excited about it. Put a lot of thought and time and sweat and tears into it. So I'm excited.
So is this like an origin story, or are we just thrown right into the chaos at the beginning?
It's a little bit of both. So
That's fine.
it's not an origin story in the sense where it starts from when he was an orphan and you see him through that. It's an
Sure.
origin story where the story picks up the first night he hears the term arbiter, where he's referenced as an arbiter. He's
Okay.
never heard that before. So it opens up where he's in a fight club, because again, he's an angry kid who has no direction in life, and he's good at fighting. So why not make some money doing this? And then by the end of this issue, he's called an arbiter for the first time, and that's pretty much where he starts his trajectory into becoming the hero that we need him to be and want him to be.
Okay.
And
I
then you
really
have
dig these.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
No,
Oh.
then you have characters like this guy, Angelo Leonati. He's a big player. You could think of him as like, think of a Kingpin if he had an only son. That's who that is. He's a hot shot. He's a very charming, very dangerous kind of character. And after this issue, he's not very happy with Chris. And so there's it's a good setup there. And if I can, again, I don't want to talk everybody's ear off, but just a little about the Arbiter's powers, because I know it's a little ambiguous, and I got a lot of people interested in, what he can do.
Right.
So basically, Chris isn't always an Arbiter, as you can tell here. He can only enter his Arbiter form if he's around something that's not of this dimension, whether it be a breaker or a crack in reality or something like that. Then he can enter in the Arbiter form. And when he is in that arbiter mode, he doesn't know this yet, but he can actually manipulate the laws that we're bound by, like laws of gravity, everything that's the third dimension is bound by. He can break as an arbiter because he's outside in that mode. He's outside of this dimension.
Right.
And so some of the tools that Arbiter uses are edicts, which are like verbal decrees. And if you think of like Green Lantern, by Blackest Day or Darkest Night, I'll forget how the creed goes basically, but the edicts are basically like those, except there's different kinds. So like he finds an edict of reckoning basically, and he essentially becomes Super Saiyan. Instead of glowing white, he's gold, and for a
Right.
limited period of time, he's just like basically Super Saiyan, and he's goes back to normal either when the edict has been fulfilled, or he dies, or runs out of energy. He's completely depleted. And so edicts are very powerful tools. They're like huge boons. There's different kinds of edicts that do different things. And there's also artifacts, which are basically common everyday items like this pen. But if an arbiter puts a sigil on this pen, it becomes an artifact, and it can do cool things like that too. So like those are different tools that arbiters would have.
Okay.
But again, he doesn't know any of this, so he's going to be learning. The reader's going to be learning as he learns, essentially.
Right.
And then you just looked at some posters. I got 2 posters of the human mode and the arbiter mode. Those are 18 by 24 posters. Peter Johnston, he's a great artist in the UK. He did the art on these. And again, I
Very
did
nice.
the design to them. Actually, I could show you. This is my sketch. Like, again, I'm kind of an amateur artist, but this is my sketch of what I wanted the poster to look like, minus the background. I don't know. Can you see
Okay.
it?
Yeah.
And so he basically took that and made it into the poster that you guys see.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then at the very bottom, I just have some funding goals. I wasn't sure how to do this, so I just put it on the bottom. But you got everyone who backs a physical copy. If we get to 2,500, you get that's the Arbiter logo.
Right.
So you get a sticker, 2x2, and then the second funding goal is 35. You get the bookmark of Arbiter there, the cover B, and then on the back, it has the saying, "Though I plunge down the deepest dark, the light is deeper still," and that becomes like a hinge moment for many characters within the series. So that's an important phrase that comes back, kind of like Peter Parker's, great power comes great responsibility.
Right. Yeah.
That's that one for Arbiter.
Very nice.
Yeah, this is great looking.
Yeah, I'm starting to think I'm pretty lax in my world building.
Listen, I tell you, this is decades, man. This is since I was a kid, so yeah.
Well, that is some awesome stuff, man. It goes deep.
Yeah.
I love
Thank
it.
you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's just been waiting to see the light of day. Now,
Yeah,
exactly. Wasn't this shown on another like bigger?
Yeah, I was on. I was on Ethan's show, and I love Ethan, man.
That's what
He's
I
great
saw,
to
yeah.
have someone like me on. However, it is very difficult for me when there's like 8 or 9, 10 people trying
Yeah.
to talk, and I don't know. For me, I'm a listener. When people are talking, I don't cut in, but you kind of have to. In
Right.
shows like that, and plus, I'm still learning my pitch. Believe it or not, pitching is hard. Because I know the story well enough, but to summarize it and to give it into like a little bite format it's pretty difficult. So I didn't really have it together when I was on Ethan's show. So I kind of just I don't even know what was going on, to be honest with you. So
And sometimes you need to like change your pitch depending on who you're talking to. So
That's
it's not
very
like
true.
even when you get one pitch, it's not universal.
right.
Right.
Yeah, well, you don't want everything to sound like a monologue for every single show. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
you're
understand
absolutely right.
that. Yeah, I really like your title card for this cover. I think that looks really good, especially with the cross there. So, is it going to play in that realm of heaven and hell, or is it cross-dimensional?
Yes,
more?
without saying that. Like there is no. It doesn't mention that, but like the themes are all there. It's just I don't know if you've ever read Lord of the Rings, like by Tolkien. That's a very, very Christian, specifically Catholic book story, but you'll never know that on a surface level. Like it's just not in there unless you're digging, in depth. And that's like I said, they're my inspirations. So that's kind of what I'm bringing here. Like if you're reading Arbiter, you would never pick up on that if you're not, digging in multiple layers. Like I'm writing, and I don't want to sound presumptuous. Like my philosophy is if you aim for the moon, you'll at least land on a star, right? So
Right.
if I'm aiming for the best of the best, like I perceive Tolkien and C.S. Lewis to be, if that's my goal, that if I fail, it's still going to be really, really good. Uh, so my presumption or what I want to do is I want it to be readable, and so you could go back again and find a little bit more of, oh, okay, that's foreshadowing this, and that's like just a little bit deeper, on the second or third time reading. Now, whether I'm successful at that, it's going to be entirely up to the reader, but that is my that's my goal. That's what I would love to accomplish.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny because I think Tolkien, didn't he say it was like subconsciously Catholic, and then after he read it, he's like, oh, now it's explicitly. And I think we, like, on revisions of all of our drafts, it's like, yeah, you don't realize at the first go round it's saying one thing, and there's a particular
Right.
theme, and then you go in
Right.
and you sort of like solidify that.
Yeah. What would you say your theme is?
So my theme, there's a few different ones, but the major theme, like in that bookmark, is when you're in the darkest moment of your life, like when you like. So the phrase is, though I plunge down the deepest dark, the light is deeper still. Like no matter how far you go down, there's always something there to catch you. Uh,
Right.
and that, like I said, it's a recurring theme with every character. And they either fall into that or they reject it. Like there's one tragic scene where this, just to get, I won't mention things, but it's a great, great scene where he's a villain, and he's got his fists clenched, and he's offered this chance at redemption. And you hate this guy. This guy's a terrible, terrible guy, but he's at least offered that chance of redemption. And with his clenched fist, he just goes for a punch, and you're like, oh, you had it right there. And so not everyone goes that route. People make choices, and these characters, for me, I've been living with these guys for most of my life, and so I know them very well. And it's like, it's hard as a writer. I'm like, dude, like I want this guy to be redeemed, but he just wouldn't. Like he just, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if that's weird or
Right.
not, but yeah. So anyway, that would be probably my major theme across the whole series. It would be that.
Nice. Well, very cool, man. Thanks for sharing all that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate any opportunity. That's really cool of you, man.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I met you on Ethan's show. I was on there with you, and
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about you, so I definitely wanted to invite you on here and get to know you.
No, I appreciate the heck out of that. I will be starting my own thing once school starts for my kids. I'll have like an hour of just me at my house.
There we go.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start like being more active,
Right.
but it's just not there yet. So,
Yeah, no, I get it.
We all get that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm interested in what So I'm meeting most of you, so I'm interested in hearing what you guys got too.
Yeah, Jake, why don't you talk about Brother Kit?
All right, let me get it brought up here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So Brother Kit follows the story of Devin. He's a young high schooler, and he, through word of mouth, learned about this organization, and they actually sought him out because of him being able to escape kind of riot that was taking place down in Georgia. And when he was able to escape as many people as were trying to catch him, it was noticed by people who were like surveying everything that was going on in the chaos. And so they chose him to join this organization called the Warren. And the Warren is basically a secret organization that goes out and collects different gadgets and technology from other companies, and they give the idea that they're doing it to help protect the world and make it a more safer place for the things out there that would be considered dangerous towards humanity. But anyway, so Devin, he joins, and this is the very first story where we pick up that they are going out on the next mission, and this mission will solidify whether or not he's actually going to be a member of the Warren or still continue to be just a prospect working with his team. So Brother Kit is, of course, based off of a rabbit character. You can see here his teammates are Brother Atlas, the green bear, and then Sister V, the fox. And even though it looks very like Power Ranger-esque and everything, there's no morphing involved. These are just the costumes that their very flamboyant boss likes to put on his team. So for this branch of the Warren, all the characters are dressed like this, but other branches have their different designs that take place as well. And as they go out on this mission, they have to go to a research facility and collect this one piece of technology that they're trying to get, because there's multiple pieces of them. And as they go out and do it, things ensue, and as things progress, Brother Kit starts wondering if he's actually going to become a member of the Warren, or whether or not he's a scapegoat for his teammates to get out of there without him. So this is very much a story around trust, loyalty, faith, deceit, and when everything else out there is against you, when you don't have the guns, when you don't have the strength, the only thing that you can do is outwit. So this is very much about a flippant character joining the Warren and seeing how he is able to maneuver around this new venture that he's taken on.
Awesome.
Now, I've heard you mention before that this is like a lot like the Brer Rabbit. Is that true?
Okay. So when it comes to that, I started coming up with this idea when we first heard about Disney tearing down the old Brer Rabbit roller coaster out there at Disneyland. And so when everybody was going on about that stuff, I was like, well, what the hell is so, problematic about this? So I went and I actually looked into it, and I was like, okay, I get that for the movie and everything. So I myself went out and I actually I bought the complete works of Uncle Remus, the storyteller for the Brer Rabbit series. And outside of a couple of things, there wasn't really anything out here that could be so problematic. And so I was like, all right, well, these are still cool stories. These are still fun stories. A lot of them you see with like Bugs Bunny and Warner Brothers cartoons. And I was like, but man, how do we update this? And so I took the idea, well, a great way to keep those designs in line with modern society, kind of give them like a Power Ranger Sentai feel to their design, give them some updated weapons because it's a futuristic Atlanta, Georgia, and we can take it from there. So this is very much, kind of and it's inspired by Brer Rabbit. It's not really based on it, but you will see little things take place within the story where you can get a nod from, oh, I remember that happening in that famous story, and so on. But so we have Brother Kit named Devin. He's a high schooler. He has a girlfriend. The reason that he joined the Warren, or at least accepted trying to become part of it, is that his mother passed away. His father's still around, but his mother passed. And his father, being in complete depression, is no longer paying the bills for their restaurant or their home. And so now, on top of schoolwork, on top of his girlfriend, on top of the Warren, he now has to take care of his father and hope that he can make enough money to keep his mother's restaurant alive. So there's just a bunch of layers to what's going on with Devin, and there's very much a lot of different angles we can go about with his interactions with the characters. Brother Atlas, His name's Thor Coleman. He's actually inspired by one of my coworkers that passed away a couple years ago. His name was Thor Coleman, and so I was like, "That's a really badass name. I have a badass character. I want to."
That is a cool name.
Yeah.
So Thor Coleman is now part of Brother Kit, but in the story, Brother Atlas, he was once an MMA fighter, and because he would never throw matches and allow the younger athletes to come in and actually make a name for themselves, he just take every single match as his own to keep himself, at that top tier. Basically, things took place behind the scenes where he had to be thrown out. And even though he still had that itch because he loves pummeling heads, the Warren took notice of him because, they have eyes and ears in every aspect of, media, sports and stuff like that. So wherever they see potential for bringing in somebody for their organization, they're going to take it. And then Sister V, Skylar Torres, she has the most defeating backstory. She didn't have anything great going on with her, but she was taken in by the Warren. And so she is one who is completely loyal to the Warren. Doesn't matter ifs, ands, or buts. If somebody needs to be sacrificed, she's going to make sure that it happens for the Warren. She's very loyal to Brother Service, who's the head of the Warren. And so no questions asked. She leads her team. She's very intelligent. She's very feisty, but she doesn't take any shit on her team. If you don't follow her commands, she'll let you know.
Cool. So she's the leader of the group then.
Yeah, she's a leader, and she's got a hothead, Brother Atlas, and then a flippant little jokester known as Brother Kid. So far right now, it's going to be a 68-page book. We have 25 pages already colored and rendered. Just gotta, let me try and blow these up for you. I don't know how well they're presenting on this page.
That's great.
Can you see it all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the colorist did a great job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the colorist is great. He actually has his own team of line art, and then the colorist, and then he wanted to do the speech bubbles for me, but I was like, I already know somebody that I want to do that. So Paul from AGE Comics or Eric Weathers, either one of those, I'll be reaching out to more than likely.
Yeah.
But it's been a fun story to put together and everything, and I really love the designs of these characters. Like right here is Brother Gray, of course.
I like that mask.
Yeah. That's
Oh
really cool.
yeah. That dude is a bastard. And, so he's Brother Gray, but in the field everybody calls him Doc because of how he operates. He's very precise. It's like taking a scalpel to the operating table, man. He's fine-tuned to what he does, and it's very brutal. So as much as it looks like it might be a kid's book, this is definitely going to be for the teenage to older audiences.
Sure.
So PG-13 and up. If you've allowed your kids to watch, I don't know, the Avengers films, anything DC, I think you'll be fine with letting them read this and then you also enjoying it at the same time.
Very cool. I noticed that there's a lot of energy weapons. Is that everyone using that, or is just this group?
No, almost everybody has a weapon of some sort, except Atlas and Brother Kit don't have one right now. So as I said, when they go to these different research labs of technology and sciences, they take. Gotcha. So whenever somebody finds something that they like, no questions asked. On our way out, I'm taking that. That's mine. So, of course, Brother Gray, he has his sword. Sister V, she has like a little electric plasmic whip. And so there are weapons that that they are going to grab, as you can tell from the covers that I have. And so this one right here is actually an homage from
Nice.
a TMNT that Kevin Eastman did. Kevin Eastman didn't do this one, but an artist named Michael Fulcher, you can find him on Instagram or on X. He did this cover art for me, and this is not his normal art form that he does. This is a piece that he actually like took the time to mimic what the cover was, having Michelangelo on it. So I was like, nunchuck character. This guy's going to have nunchucks. Pretty good homage piece, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very cool.
And then right here, you see Brother Atlas kind of has these like plasma claws that take place, or energized claws. So I'm not even going to lie or front about it. I totally ripped those from Death Raider. And so, but I want those energized claws to be actually received by their backers. So I thought, why not go ahead and put them here? But
So they will be receiving these energized claws.
Oh, 100%. And I've already done 2 campaigns that fulfilled and took place with my flagship character, Cobalt. This is a side story that I was like, you know what? Now's a better time than ever just to go ahead and do Brother Kid, just because it's right there fresh at the forefront of my thought. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Everybody's wondering about Cobalt 3. I was like, yeah, it's there. It's just sitting right there. It's just waiting for me to execute. But I wanted to do this one first because not only do I enjoy writing Cobalt, because it is my flagship character, but I was like, I have other stories that I want to try out and do. And so many on the back burner, but because this one was so fresh in my thought, I was like, this is the one that I personally enjoy very much, and I'm hoping others will too. I mean, who doesn't like bright lights in action?
Right.
Very cool.
Yeah, I love the character design. I'm a big fan of being able to differentiate characters immediately. I think that's a bit of a lost art.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it also came from like the idea. It's like in the indie scene, couple characters are starting to look similar to other people's characters, and I was like, well, I need something fresh. I need something that doesn't look like that or this. Like that whole thing with Reaper Destroyer and Death Shroud, just take that to the curb, man. I don't want to hear about that crap. They're both cool designs. They both have their own stories to tell. It's unique. I don't want any of that infighting over here. So I was like, all right, something fresh. This is a great idea.
Mo Biggs, hail the
Mo.
chat. What's all this then? Hey, Mo, did you notice that I read that in order? I didn't read it backwards.
You bastard.
I'm here for the Reaper Destroyer versus Death Shroud debate.
Well, everybody ripped off Horace H. Hoover as far as I'm concerned. So.
Yeah,
that's
there we
right.
go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is my story. This is my passion at the moment right now. This cover right here with the 3 team members, that's by Elliot Rodriguez. So he did the line art for this one. It's a really cool piece. I actually have that piece right here with
Nice.
me.
Very cool.
Oh, let me get you on a solo layout. Give me a second.
Oh, you're good. But yeah, as soon as he sent this to me in digital form, I was like, dude, do you still have that on the canvas or on the paper? He's like, yeah, man. I was like, give me a number. I want it. So yeah, one of the few physical pieces that I have from people that actually do covers. And then I have my Michael Fulcher black and white up there on the wall. And first 2 pieces I've ever had for somebody to, actually send them to me. So definitely a big shout out to Elliot Rodriguez and Michael Fulcher for sending me those.
That's awesome.
Very cool, man.
Yeah, very cool.
But yeah, the sign up page is up now. Any early subscribers before we launch, if you sign up, and then at the point where you back a physical tier, You will, of course, get a special Brother Kit magnet for your fridge or wherever you want to put it, whatever metal surface you have. And of course, it's 6 a.m. So 6 a.m. comics. Love his chibi art style for these. I did them for Cobalt, I did them for Brick House, and now I did one for Brother Kit. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Mo. I will make you I'll give you a wrench. Only not right now because I'm a boomer. I don't know how to do that.
Now I got you. I got the link right here. I got you covered. I've had to do this on mine multiple times, even though I have so many moderators on that channel. Oh, I didn't post. What the deuce?
It's because you don't have a wrench either.
I should still be able to. Oh, I see. Hang on. I can put it. There we go. Private chat. Let's do that. Let's do that one first.
Yeah, I'll go back and I'll put it down in the description.
Oh, you're fine.
I'll put everybody's links down in the description later tonight.
Cool. But yeah, that's all I have to show off right now. I appreciate it, man. I wasn't expecting to be able to come on here, considering 2 kids are awake and trying to stay focused on other people's campaigns, not just my own. So appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I noticed that, Mo. I don't know what's going on here.
There we go. There's a link in the chat.
But yeah. So
very cool. And do you want to talk about Cobalt a little bit? Tell us a little bit about that project.
Cobalt, of course, like I said, is my flagship book. Back in 2018, I met some people who, for some reason, the progressives call it a limb different community. We all, are missing some kind of residual on our limbs or whatever. Well, I had an accident in 2013 that took place in a factory. I was on the line, and one of my coworkers pressed start on a compressor, came down, smashed my hand. It was a fun day. Don't worry about it. And so anyway, I became an ambassador for a prosthetic company known as OSER. And as I did conventions for prosthetics and, surgeries of the hand, I met these guys through a program called Lucky Finn that takes place up in Troy, Michigan, for little kids who are limb different, growing up with residual limbs, missing hands, fingers, or whole arms or whatever. And I got with them, or some of the older fellows in there that are ambassadors for them, and they were like, "Hey, man, you really like comic books, talking about them and everything. We were thinking about doing an anthology. Would you want to take part in it?" I was like, "Hell yeah, man, that'd be cool." And it was my first time doing any kind of like comic book-esque, writing, with a screenplay style, writing that I do for my scripts. But anyway, I had written, like short stories and stuff through school, high school, and college, but never really like went anywhere with it. It was just I had fun doing it, enjoyed doing it. But man, when I did that, and I actually went out to the Facebook groups of different comic book artists and creators, and I wrote down what I had, and I wanted to start collaborating people. Dude, as soon as that collaboration part started, man, I caught that bug like a drug. That was just being able to see your vision come to life with somebody else, and being able to be on the same page and align your vision for it. Yeah. That to me is like, that is the bee's knees for me, man. I love it. I love creating now. And so I did that in 2018, just a 7-page short story because it was an anthology for kids. Got some good reviews for it from parents and kids alike. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a full-length actual first issue for Cobalt. I went out and did it. The community was very reciprocal of me, that like I wouldn't have done any of this without, like Kemosabe, Lee Byron Carver, you know, Michael Bancroft, of course, he gets so many props from me. But because of this indie scene that we're in, it just allowed me to be able to put this one book out. And of course, being scared because I'm a first timer, I'm not in this community right out the gate. You know, I'm coming in as a newbie, much like Vinny, you spoke to earlier. And, you know, it's very intimidating. You know, your anxiety goes through the roof, especially with that first launching campaign. My God, dude, I was on pins and needles that whole night. But it was so refreshing to see people actually like take a chance on you, accept you, and just, you know, want to see what you have to give.
Rest in peace, Kemosabe. He's not dead, but he's the one who kept man.
Oh,
He must
man.
work instead of streaming. Yeah.
I was wondering what happened to him. I haven't seen him around in a long time. Back to the oil rigs. But but yeah, and I can't thank this community enough for giving me the chance to create that story, because I've made issue 2 and that came out too. Now I'm doing Brother Kid. I'm hoping they'll receive it as well as they did the first 2 Cobalts. But, you know, I'm here for the long haul, man. For the longest time, I was with B-Rose on his channel before it went kaputski. And then I went over to Dojo Coon's channel, and he had me there. That's where I met Peter. And then Peter and I made our channels what it is. Then I met Ben, and it's just a trajectory, man. There's no stopping you if you're really passionate about it. And
Yeah.
I have no bad things to say about the community I'm in, because they treated me so well on my first outing and continue to. If there's anything bad said about me, I sure don't hear about it. But, you know, it is what it is. I love doing this. And yeah, if you will, sign up for Brother Kid, and I'll meet you on launch day.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Do you want to pull up Cobalt just so people can see images of him? And
Oh, man, yeah. It's been a while since I even went to that part of the drive. Let me see what I can do here. My drive.
Mo says Jake and Peter's show reminds me of B Rose's old streams, but with less star power and more incompetence.
I'm not going to say he's wrong.
You know, the thing about Mo Biggs is that he talks
Hearing
crap
it?
about you, but he says it to your face.
Yeah. Like I said, you know, he's not lying, but to hear it actually kind of stinks. But no, man, we had a really fun stream not last night, but Thursday night. Those are the only nights that we do are Thursday nights, because he's back to school being a teacher. I've got everything on my plate with kids and actually having a 9 to 5. So, and being a creator of not only, you know, indie comics, but now trying to get my own channel, having videos up, not just live streams, but actual videos. There's a lot on my plate to where I'm learning a new way to juggle, man. Instead of 3 balls, now it's like 5. So
Right.
we're just going to see how this goes.
Mo says, "Don't worry, you'll eventually get to B Rose's level of quality, thanks to my constructive criticism."
Without Mo, it is not a real channel.
That's right.
Sorry, not sorry, but Mo Biggs, if he's so everywhere, it's crazy. He ends up in Bancroft's. He ends up on mine. He's everywhere, man. I don't know if he's like an AI tool that everybody uses, but he always gives to the channels that he's on too. He's not just there to repost stuff. He's definitely one of the good ones and one of the big ones. I enjoy having Mo around. As much shit as he gives.
I imagine before the internet, Mo Biggs wrote really like poetic stuff on bathroom stalls. You know, like a long time ago, that used to be the place to put your best insults.
That's right. That was his canvas. Thanks, brother. I too enjoyed having me around.
It's 24/7 with that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So inspirations for Cobalt, any street level vigilante. Oh crap! I forgot I was even trying to look them up. I got sidetracked. But yeah. So the story for Cobalt is, well, his origin story, which I made the 7-page story in the anthology. Now, issue 1 and 2 are the aftermath of that. So originally, Cobalt's his mother had cancer, stage 4, and so there wasn't really anything to do for it because it was so severe and had spread so much already. But they didn't have insurance, so what's he do? A buddy signs him up to be a runner for the cartel known as the Aranya, and of course, that's Spanish for the spider. And so it was headed by Esmeralda Blasco, very much a nod to Griselda Blanco, if you know that woman, the godmother of cocaine. Knew her way before Sofia Vergara ever, looked like that on Netflix, which the godmother of cocaine does not look like Sofia Vergara at all. And very small, tiny woman, But anyway, Cobalt became a runner for her. One night he's out doing a drop. It goes sideways. He loses the cash. He loses the merchandise. Well, Esmeralda's like, well, if you lose my stuff, you're going to lose yours. So instead of killing him, because she has this little soft spot for him, giving him the pet name Bolillo, which is, white bread in Spanish, she takes his fork. Hey, there's always got to be some characters in there that just trickle that line, And so she takes 4 of his fingers. He wants revenge, meets Thomas Rogers, who is an ex-Marine or, a former Marine. Nobody's ever an ex. And so he helps him gain some of his confidence back, helps him learn how to fight better. He goes out and becomes Cobalt and takes down the Aranya. And issue 1 and 2 are like 6 to 8 months after that took place. They've been in hiding, but he's still been going out collecting money from the old drop spots that he knows about. So, and things unfold to where he actually gets involved. He's reluctant to do so. And yeah, so the characters involved in that one are, of course, the governor of Georgia for that one. And then I keep getting sidetracked and trying to get these pages. Hang on.
Oh, you're good. Go through the chat here. Mo Big says Cobalt was the first book with the innovative, eye-popping bi-curious lightning.
Yeah, he likes bringing that up.
Not sure what he means by that. Respect, bow.
That bisexual lighting, all the purples and blues.
I see.
Yeah,
you can really stretch your cocaine dollar by making crack.
Yeah, that neo-noir type of art style. Gotcha. So the artist that I got for books 1 and 2 of Cobalt, his name is Erwin Alroza. He is a Filipino, which I really had an in because my wife, she's half Filipino because her mother came over from the Philippines. So I had that little in with him. That was pretty cool. But this is Thomas Rogers and Jesse Jensen, a.k.a. Cobalt, sitting here talking about how he needs to straighten up and not be so sloppy on the job. And right here, Jesse is trying to ignore what he's saying, but you can see in Thomas's eyes, he's very serious and concerned for Jesse. And the line that he delivers to Jesse is, stupidity will kill you before the bullet leaves the enemy's chamber. So, and then this is one of the bad guys that Cobalt has ran into in this story arc right now. This is the Death Stalker. He is from, of course, the Middle East. The Death Stalker, that's one of the names of the scorpions over there in the desert. So he was part of a team known as the Death Stalkers. As far as we know in the story right now, he's the only one on this mission. But he is out here trying to find a detective known as what's her name? I need to go back and reread these. But Detective Reyes, and so she is starting to uncover things going on with the governor, and the governor wants to put a stop to it. So he hired this gun for hire character, Deathstalker, to take her out. But when that was about to take place, Jesse Jensen, Cobalt intervened, and so now these two are basically in the trenches together.
Nice.
Love this artwork,
cool
man.
shot.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
it's really good. Now, what's the time difference between this and the one you're writing now, Brother Kit?
Cobalt takes place in the timeline behind Brother Kit, so I would put about 30, 40 years in between
Gotcha.
the stories. So you're not going to see an overlap, or at least I don't plan one at this point. If I ever did, you would see a very aged character from Cobalt.
Right.
They're not going to overlap and do those, like crossover pieces. Each story, I have a defined trajectory that I have for each one, and I don't have any of them crossing over at this time.
Mo Big says, unlike Brother Kit, Cobalt takes place in a world that hasn't been conquered by furry degenerates.
There aren't any furries. It's not a furry book.
That's funny.
Well, but yeah, I love the story for Cobalt. I'm working on issue 3 after I get done with Brother Kit, and the stakes are going to get even higher.
So, Brother Kit, you said was 68 pages. Was that what you said?
Yeah, 68 pages.
How long are these?
I'd say each actual Cobalt story in the book is about 32, 34 pages. And then the short stories I put in the back of them, just to like flesh out other ideas that I have, are about 7 pages, short stories like I did for the anthology. So for Cobalt issue 1, I put the original 7-page story in the back of Cobalt Atlantis thrashing. And then in Cobalt issue 2, Death Stalks Us, I put another short story I had in mind that I'm working on called Brick House, which brings in like superpowered and meta beings that are within Atlanta as well. So all my stories are taking place in Atlanta. Everybody else is used in New York. You got the Turtles, you got the Fantastic Four and the Avengers all up in New York. I'm done with New York. California, you've got the Titans. And then I was like, well, Atlanta seems like a good one. Nobody's using it, so let's plan it in Atlanta.
Very cool. Yeah, I really like the art. That's great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Mike Grell's artwork from Green Arrow, the Longbow Hunters.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that kind of realism in arts and artistic feel to it, where it's not just like fine line, but you can see that it's very much looks like penciled in and everything. It's very rough. I love that grittiness, and I think for a street level vigilante, almost hard boiled story, I think that works really well to tell this one. So indebted to Irwin for knocking this out of the park.
Yeah.
And that is the last. Yeah, that's the last page of issue 2. Crap, spoilers.
That looks great, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And when are you launching Brother Kit?
Brother Kit, I've been waiting to get a couple more signups,
Okay.
but I don't know if I really need to do that with the way everything's been going on lately in the community. Because I've seen people like do great when they didn't do so well at the beginning, and then others that had done great hadn't made as much back this time around. So it's just a flip of the coin at this point right now. But I'm all in with Brother Kit, so I'll probably what is today? Next month, September. At the end of the month, I'm going to Dragon Con, so I might launch October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'll have to have you back on and talk about that and pitch it here. promote it some more.
Appreciate it, man.
Better art, Cobalt or Pitter Patter?
Cobalt.
Mo. We're not going to talk about
We're
Pitter
not gonna
Patter.
discuss that. That's not even funny.
You're on the wrong stream if you want to talk about Pitter
Yeah.
Patter.
That's,
That's Peter's deal.
it's fun, but I will.
no, Jake,
You're definitely not going to get me to say anything nicer than I do about Cobalt about it. How dare you even put those two in the same sentence?
Yeah, we're not talking about Pitter Patter here. Fabrizio, what do you have going on?
I don't have a comic. I don't know why I'm on this stream.
What's that behind you? What's on that rack behind you?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so I have a comic book, Horace H. Hoover, and it's set in the 1920s, New York City. Stars a guy that wears something that looks suspiciously like a vacuum cleaner on his head, and he investigates paranormal, supernatural cases.
Do we have art for that?
What's that?
Do we have art to show for that?
Yeah, let me pull
yeah.
up my
Hell
site
yeah,
here.
Have you not seen this, Jake?
No, I haven't.
Oh man,
It sounds like a fucked up version of Brave Little Toaster. Bring it on.
it's great. It's a
I'm
great
never
book.
on this side. Let me 1 second here. That's not right.
I've actually got the moving my camera the wrong way. The posters.
And you got him doing all the work.
Sorry.
Yeah.
1 second. Why isn't this
How
not
dare
letting me
you,
doing
Ben.
that?
Right back in here. I got his posters right back in there.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought you were like
that's
bringing
right.
it up on the screen for us. I didn't know it was back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. Here we
You
go.
getting ready for Halloween or something?
Is that working?
I am always ready for Halloween.
Is that Halloween or Day of the Dead tapestry you have over your door?
That is Halloween stuff, dude. I am Halloween Head
Okay.
Comics. That's my publishing company. I'm all about the Halloween stuff here.
You know, I can. Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, I have no
There we
idea
go.
what you're talking about.
Yeah. There you go. There's my book.
Yes. It's the best part of Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Horace H. Hoover. I mean, what's there to say, really? Once you
Lots.
have a guy
There's
with a
lots.
vacuum cleaner on his head. It's really...
Self-explanatory.
Yeah, so anyway, I got 3 issues so far, and they're available on HoraceHoover.com. I'll kind of go through a few pages. So this is Horace H. Hoover, and it's kind of like a mix of, we'll say like, occult horror with a little bit of lighthearted, I don't want to say comedy, but some lighthearted situations, mystery, maybe a little Lovecraft, kind of rolled into one with a little bit of Mr. Bean. And the series is a 5-issue limited series, and there's a couple short stories, couple longer arcs, and then there's sort of like a one-off. First 3 issues kind of start with him sitting around, and he hears a scream upstairs, and it's a little girl who is being haunted by a dark, mysterious presence. And that kind of pulls him into a pretty big story. So he goes to like a spiritualist. They try to summon this monster. It turns out he's being sort of imprisoned by this demon, and that takes Horace into all sorts of interesting places.
His design looks incredibly iconic. Like that's
Yeah.
a really good design.
No, all the art is fantastic. I
Yeah,
love this.
It really is.
Thank you. I unfortunately do everything. So
Oh, it looks so good.
writing, drawing, inking, coloring, lettering. So this is issue 3. Once he goes to the library to do some research, he gets embroiled into sort of another level. He gets captured by this guy called the Book Bug and gets questioned. Takes him into these sort of like underground caves. He has to fight some monsters. And then issue 4, we get the resolution. So currently working on issue 4, finishing up inks now. And hopefully I think it'll be I don't know, maybe October 1st.
That's cool.
Nice.
That's really cool.
This is what started it all. This is a resin model kit that I sculpted. And this was before the comic, so I had the idea for the character, started doing all these sketches, decided to do a 3D sculptor because I was really into sculpting at that time. And then everybody started to ask me about like the character. What are his powers? What is his history? And I kind of figured the only way to solve that would be to do a comic book. So
It just makes sense.
which, of course. Here's another little resin. This one's a tiny one. It's like 5 inches.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That looks great.
Thank you. So yeah, that's it. I mean, Horace H. Hoover is, it's fun. It's a cult.
What does the H stand for?
Hieronymus.
There we go.
Which
you go.
kind of makes sense. There's always I like to do little Easter eggs. So you may or may not find Hieronymus Bosch Easter eggs, peppered throughout the story if you're familiar with him.
Try saying that name 5 times fast.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna do issue 4 in October. Probably take a break after that. Maybe do issue 5 later. But
is each book a standalone story, or is it like an overarching story?
So the first issue is 2 short stories that kind of stand on their own.
Okay.
If you pick up issue 2, it kind of takes off from one of the short stories into like a deeper thing. So all 5 issues are a couple of short stories, a longer arc, and then a one-off. So you get sort of like you get all versions sort of in that 5-issue limited series.
Okay.
The goal was to do this was sort of like an intro to the character. So we don't really get an origin. We'd kind of jump right into this kind of crazy world with all these characters. I thought it would be a little too much to try to do an origin story at the beginning. And the goal was this is sort of an intro to him and his world and his powers and, the characters. And then there would be an official issue 1 of Horace H. Hoover, like an ongoing series, which may or may not happen eventually. We'll see. We'll see if there's rioting.
I don't know
in the
what you were
streets.
fretting about over there at the beginning, but damn.
Yeah, that looks
It
fantastic.
looks great.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, it's it's a labor of love, not money, thankfully.
That's
I think
comic
we're all
stuff.
in that boat.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it's fun. I will say, doing it myself has definitely taken a long time. Helbert,
Yeah, he was going to
Horace
get Halbert.
Hoover.
That'll work.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I got.
Mostly is good stuff.
Thank you, Mo. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You've got Mo's approval. That's all you need.
See, there you go.
Exactly. No insults.
No
Does
insult.
Does that mean he hates me though if I don't get an insult?
That means you're too good for us. What are the rest of you guys doing here?
Yeah, I do sketch cards, which are kind of fun. So here's some sketch cards of some characters. This guy is one of the monks.
Mostly's undecided.
This guy's one of the monks from the library, and this library is kind of unique. They order books based on smell, not subject or category.
Mhm.
There's a reason for that.
How does he read if he doesn't have eyes?
By
taste?
He licks the books and then smells them. Yeah, that's
I'm
how
trying to say, I bet he gets along with the ladies with that tongue.
that's how he figures out where to put the books.
Right.
Here's the Horace H. Hoover Christmas Carol.
That's awesome.
That's Slurp. Slurp is sort of the that's one of his buddies. There's Max and Slurp. So I'm really not pitching this thing well, but it is what it is.
Oh, you're fine, man. Did you just
Let's
hear
look at
me?
your team. Introduce us to your team. I think that's really important.
Yeah, the team. So
Proper credit.
we have the writer, which is me. The artist is Senor Aiello, and then the letter is El Jefe Aiello. So
Yeah.
it's a very diverse team that works very hard, and they work oddly well together. You know.
Do they? There's no squabbles or anything that take place.
No conflict.
Yeah.
No.
With a name like El Jefe, I would imagine he's kind of difficult to work with.
He's the worst. He's
He's the
definitely he's a bit of a tyrant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, look out for the crowdfunder October 1st. I'll probably do a sign up this coming month. As
I
far
will
as
say that these books are like some of the better art done art wise that I've seen in the indie sphere.
thank
For
you.
sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
BT is very talented.
Thank you.
Yeah, like you just looking at it, it speaks for itself. Like you by looking at the cover, looking at the interiors, you have a great idea of what you're getting into, which is really cool. It looks really great, man.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, the way you said that your stories are set up and everything, with them being short and then, continuing with the different issues. I mean, it sounds like you set it up like Golden Age or Silver Age storytelling. I mean, I've got no problem with that. This looks fantastic. I'd back the hell out of this.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Bronze Age person for sure.
There we go.
And, I think I wear my influence on my sleeve. At least I try
Sure.
to. I even have some fake ads and some letters pages. The letters pages are interesting if you get the new versions. The letters pages kind of work like mini epistolaries. So each letter is a part of a story that if you read all 5 issues will be a complete story.
Oh, that's
Okay.
awesome.
Gotcha.
So, and some of them overlap and they intersect and they reference each other. So the letters page, I did something kind of cool. If people are into that, some people are like, okay, no more pictures. This is in the trash, but
Yeah. Do what you
yeah.
want. Somebody's going to catch on.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I like that. Is this on like newer comic book paper? Or is this printer paper? Because this art would dominate on newspaper print.
So, I was with Alterna for the first 2 issues, and it was printed on newsprint. I left Alterna, thankfully, before my 3rd issue, and
Okay.
it's on newer paper. I use Mixum, which is like a thicker paper, but the colors and the printing look so good that
Yeah.
I love it.
yeah.
As much as I like the newsprint, I'll be honest. Like there were a lot of times where the colors were they were unclear, and whenever you're doing subtle coloring, which Ben can speak to this, you need that differentiation, because if not, it's just you won't actually get to see the really subtle color variation.
Right. Mobig says so many comics waste the letters page on actual letters. It's true. Not the case here. Not the case here.
I don't want people's input into my comics.
Right. Yeah.
I hear that.
Keep your
Criticisms
input to
are welcome,
yourself.
but tell me what to do. No thanks.
No, I'm just kidding. If there was room for actual letters, it'd be fine. But I kind of have a high bar. I would want the letters to be. They would have to be angry letters. I think if they were like not controversial, but there was some grit to the letters, I would print those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
If somebody actually took the time to write a physical letter, I would feel obligated to actually put it in there.
I love that. I think I might use that in the future. I'm like, if you will write me a letter, I will actually use it.
Yeah.
Just piece together everybody's like X posts of what they think of your book, and just make those the letter page. That'll do it.
So you said you have fake ads in these. Do you have any example? I would love to see a fake ad. If you got one.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, 1 second.
I think that's a great idea, especially
So-
for this kind of comic. That's hilarious.
If anybody has the alternative version, I think it was left out due to reasons. But I put it in my version. And 1 second here.
This didn't come out with last year's fall catalog, did it?
No, I've been gone since.
Okay, so I don't
it's been
have
a
it.
year and a half. Yeah.
Sweet. Got something to collect now.
Can I just? I think I can just show up. Remove from stage.
Sing it, a D, a pepper.
Let's see if this works. Oh,
Mobix says, what I appreciate about Fabrizio is the debate has finally been settled. We now know what Ted Kaczynski would look like after visiting a salon.
wow, that's actually weirdly accurate.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was supposed to be an insult, but I definitely don't take it as one.
That's Mo, man. You never know. You never know what it's supposed to be.
Come on, where is this? All right, give me more than a minute. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you're fine. Take your time.
Slides and PDFs. Your computer. That's my computer.
How's it going with
Vin-
CPIP right now?
Oh, it's doing good, man. It's funded. Like right after we're on Ethan's stream, like the next day, woke up and had a couple more backers and
Oh yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Nice.
got funded. So now it's just everything else is just icing on top, you know.
Sweet.
I'm gonna let it run until the end of October.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a good time frame. Yeah, should get a lot of backers after that.
I hope so. I hope it does good in that month. It's kind of fitting.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. It's a good month.
All righty, here we go.
All right, here we are.
So this is Monster Beach Summer Vacation. So if you were around in the 80s, you recall the ads were like these really cool ads, illustrations of like, I don't know, Contra or something like that, some Atari game. And then you would see an image of the screen, and it was like the most like low resolution thing at the bottom. So the reason I did this is because I'm a game developer, and I started a game many years ago called Monster Beach Vacation, probably like 15 years ago. So I did these 3D models, I had the whole thing planned out, and I kind of bailed on it. And I was like, you know what? I'll never see it as a finished game, but why not make an ad like it's a 1980s like Atari ad?
That is so cool, man.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
You were just hanging out in your home under volcano.
yeah. Yeah, the idea is that like the like all the kaiju or whatever, you know, as they're stomping across like the country, it's really just because they're headed to like a family vacation, like to the beach. But people take it as they're destroying the cities.
Mhm.
That was the premise many years ago.
That's great. They're trying to mind their own business.
Yeah, he's got like his little inner tube and
Luggage.
so.
Awesome. Mobix says it's cool that you got the son of the kid from Problem Child to do the ad. Way cooler than the original NES bowl cut kid or the Sega Master System kid with his powerful mullet.
Oh man.
That's great. You got any more ads?
All right, I do have one more ad.
All right.
So I'll give a little bit of a spoiler for issue 4 of the ad. Has anybody ever played the Marvel Superheroes RPG?
I did. It was an older one, right?
Old one, yeah, from the 80s.
Okay.
I thought it would be really fun to do like a fake expansion pack for Horace H. Hoover for the Marvel Superheroes game. So that was my idea for that.
Nice.
This ad piece up there with the claymation, it looks like it'd be something out of Robot Chicken or Kablam off Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Robot Chicken. I can totally see that.
Okay, here's the one. Let's see here. So this is a bit of an inside joke because you haven't read the stories, but Is that working? Oh, there we go. So, in issue 1, there's a short story where Horace H. Hoover and his buddies, essentially they go into this pocket universe, and it's essentially these tentacles like come down from the clouds and kind of wrap around the houses, and that's just how they live, right? They're so used to these tentacles that they build around them. It's kind of like they go about their daily lives. But if you anger this tentacle god, basically it smashes your house. So I made a fake board game based on the story in issue 1. So that's the house, that's a tentacle, and if you pull the wrong card, the thing shakes and destroys you.
Ah, nice.
So
That's really funny, man. That's great.
So it actually functions kind of as a real a board game. So I really thought through like the rules and how it would actually work on the off chance that I could fake it. So
I mean, people have backed puzzles and different shit in this community. I'm sure if you made that board game, people would get on it.
So that's that. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
That's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
And do you have anything else planned after Horus, or is Horus it? Like you could be working on that?
I have other books I
The day
really
you die?
want. I have other books I want to do for sure that are very different. Horus is obviously very niche and not very, it's a hard genre to nail down. So I have some other ones that are a little easier to read if I ever want to sell them. But I'll probably get to them in a year or two. I might be a hired gun for a year and just do commissions and other books if people want me to do their art.
Shoot, you got great art, man. You should be able to get work, no problem.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Mo Big says, "Are the board game pieces edible?" Asking for Peter. Honestly, Mo, it doesn't matter whether they are or not. Peter will eat them. That's not a question on his mind.
Shit.
Well, awesome, man. Let me pull up my campaign now.
Yeah.
Cephas. How many backers you got at this point?
Last I checked, I think it's like 32.
Awesome.
That's not bad. That's good.
Yeah. Vinny, what are you doing after Arbiter? You got any plans like for another story or Arbiter
I'll
it for
be
you?
my biggest concern is that I'm not going to live long enough to tell all the stories that I got planned.
No shit.
Yeah, I got so much like Arbiter. There's so many spin-off material that I can do with different themes that I have structured out and halfway written, but I really all depends on this first issue. Like I got to get this first issue out so that the rest can follow. So I don't want to get too ahead of myself.
Right.
It's very cool, man.
Well, at least it's not like you have 5 out there incomplete yet, and you do have your backers wondering about that timeline between, am I old enough to get this completed?
Right.
Yeah. So here is Cephas. We're at 32 backers.
Awesome.
Fully funded. Yeah, I just need enough money to do a small print run. And so anything on top of that is awesome. This is just a fun project that my friend Mario and I are working on. We're just jamming on it together. It's about a vampire who is an outcast, is left for dead out in the sun, and he comes back for revenge. And on his journey back, heading towards the vampires he's seeking out to kill, he comes across this kid. So here's a train, right? And it's got all these hobos in it. And this is the kid here. Haven't shown the pages yet, but there's a scene where the werewolves jump down and they massacre all those hobos.
So good.
And so this kid is taking off, and Cephas is riding on the train. He's underneath the coal cart. He pops out and saves the kid. And so it's a story about redemption, ultimately, and revenge.
Okay.
Delicious.
Okay, we'll get some. This is I'm looking forward to Cephas. I still have to read the the short story of it and Tricks and
Yeah.
Treats Volume 2, but the art's phenomenal. I love it. Not one book. I can't say anything bad about any of the books that I've seen on this stream so far, man. Everybody's knocking it out of the park.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
definitely.
agree, and that's what I mean. Like the best stuff in comics are coming out of the indies right now. It's really good stuff. Like it's exciting. The momentum, the talent, everything's there.
Yeah, there's something about the
Yeah.
creative freedom, that allows you to test, whatever
Yeah.
thoughts you got. What does Mo say?
He said you got 50 backers.
That random kid voice threw me off. I keep having to check if my house is suddenly haunted. Oh,
No, it's my house. It's haunted.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
think Cephas is one of my favorite character designs. It doesn't look like anything,
No.
and I love
thank
that.
you. Thanks. Yeah, I'm hoping to explain probably like in issue 3, issue 4, why he wears what he wears. Because when I created the character, I wanted him to have this like ancient garb look, and so yeah, I'll explain where that comes from later on.
That's fine. Yeah, the wolves looking down on him from atop the building, and
That's great. Yep.
he's just sitting there ready.
Yeah, Oliver did a great job on this cover. Absolutely love it.
Oliver from 656?
Oliver Isabidra. Now,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So I see that obviously the werewolves, the vampires. Without spoiling anything, is there anything else in that world?
Yes, there are. So this first issue, you see vampires, werewolves.
Mhm.
Second issue, I'm going to introduce skinwalkers and slayers. There's some slayers. Issue 3, there's going to be a fallen angel.
Awesome.
And issue 4, there'll be a being from a different universe that comes
Very
in.
cool.
Cool.
Very cool.
A little more Lovecraftian, I guess.
Yeah.
The final issue. So, yep, that's what I got planned, and it's going to be a 4-issue miniseries. But yeah, we're just we're having a good time making this. I think this is some of Mario's best work. It's very energetic.
Mhm.
Love his work. Love these werewolves. Everybody's loves these werewolves here.
Yeah, it's
I'm digging the colors, man. Not everybody uses the purples and the pinks and blues like you do. Everybody's like stuck
Thanks.
on the reds and oranges and stuff. I like variety in it. It's very dynamic.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I'm having a blast coloring. This is some of my best coloring work. Not being braggadocious or anything. I just really having a good time.
it looks
Yeah.
great, like top notch.
Thank you.
How much time did it take you to draw that train?
I didn't draw it. I'm just the colorist.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
best
you're
part. I don't have to draw it.
Colors pop, man. Colors
Thank
pop
you.
hard.
Thank you.
Do you do your own flats? Does that like take forever?
I do my own flats unless I'm working like for someone else and I'm getting paid. Then I'll use a portion of that money to hire a flatter.
Right.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But for myself, yeah, I do my own flats.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, I just put some music on and I just go brain dead and just go at it.
Goddamn, Mo.
Ben is getting a big head over his admittedly impressive color work, but he should focus that energy into getting 50 backers. Oh, thank you, Mo. I should totally do that.
Oh, shit.
Love you, Mo.
Yeah.
I won't banish you from the chat for that.
Well, you might actually get a backer in Corey Barton with that runaway bride that you have in that one panel. So that might help because he's all about the bass with no treble.
He was. I remember him talking about we're the chicks in these comic books.
Right.
Like, there she
lucky
is.
him.
There
He's
she
got
is.
a little Purple Riding Hood right there.
That's a great page.
Oh, hey. Tony's here.
Oh, there he
Dude,
is.
I'm sorry, man. What time? Have you been in there long?
No, you were doing your whole flow, going over the comic. I was like, no, let him go through this. So I'll wait.
Cool.
good.
Dude,
But,
that stash is hardcore.
oh, thank you. Yeah, I just finished up a stream and I was like, I wonder if this is still going on. And then, like, sure enough, you guys were still chatting. So I was like, all right, I'll come by.
Awesome. Yeah, let me pull up Moonshine. Let's talk about your book here.
Yeah.
Enough about Cephas.
even though I really like the colors in your book, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, the rendering that you do on Cephas is it always just looks great.
Thank you, sir. Me. How you been, Tony?
Been good. The campaign is coming down to the final few days, so it's the stress of the campaign
Yeah.
coming to a strong finish.
It's a good looking book,
It's gonna fund. It's just it's just gonna be stressful all the way to the end. But
Right.
yeah, this is Moonshine. This is a western set on the moon. Futuristic cowboys riding robotic horses to the far side. It's about a retired outlaw that recruits his former posse to ride to the far side to repair a harvester that is harvesting helium-3, which is an energy source that is created by the solar winds pummeling the moon for years and years and years. There's aliens that come out of the ground. There's rival gangs. If you love like a Tombstone or a Deadwood, and you was like, what does this look like in the future set on the moon? We really kind of go for that. This is some of the interiors, the aliens. We call them creeps. They come out of the ground. As our main character Wade, he loses his friend Dallas to the far side. So he's kind of wrestling with that as he tries to build this quiet life in this town called Caldera, where he builds a ranch of robotic horses called Chargers. So he kind of develops a bunch of these horses for tourists to come in and ride the lunar landscape. And then, once this energy harvester goes down on the far side, the overarching government, Saros, they send one of their lackeys to say, hey, we'll give your ranch good standing if you go do this job for us. And if you've seen any western, it's easier said than done.
Very nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, our artist's name is Luke Horseman. He draws Judge Dredd for 2000 AD.
That's awesome.
Very cool guy. He started. He was following me because of Star Noir, and I was looking for an artist, and his name was Luke Horseman, and he was also into Western. So it seemed very kismet. This is some of the dialogue that kind of sets up the plot of Wade, our main character, who's going to go recruit his former posse to go on this suicide mission, and there you see some lunar duels. A rowdy gang comes into town to try to cause disruption, and while Wade is trying to kind of live this quiet life, he needs to remind some people that he's still a great gunslinger.
Nice.
48 pages of straight story. There's going to be 6 books, and just like Star Noir, it's going to be nice printed copies on these perfect bound books.
We
Very
actually checked
nice.
this out on my channel on Thursday, man. We were really impressed with this.
Oh yeah, okay, cool, awesome.
Looks great.
Yeah, thanks. We work our butts off on it. We're just we're coming down to the wire on funding. I mean, there's a lot of stats that are in our favor, so I there's a lot to suggest it'll fund. Just a stressful 3 days until it actually happens.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it looks great, man.
Yeah, cool.
Very
Thank
cool.
you.
Is that Akira?
Yeah,
Kira Busher. Yeah.
That's awesome.
we did decide to do an Akira Star homage that we did as a cover variant. We added a new tier called Dueling Pistols, where you can get both the lunar cover and the Akira cover variant simultaneously. I think it might be down to like the last 10 copies of those. It's been crazy. This is Star Noir, my other campaign. It's like it's like LA Noir meets the X-Files. This 1940s detective teams up with a gray alien to stop a shapeshifter who's killing LAPD officers. And while they're trying to figure out which one of their fellow detectives is an alien, more cops are getting picked off one by one. So it's just a 6-part murder mystery. We are almost done with the 3rd book in that series. People really love that book.
It's a great book.
Yeah, Ben's read it. It's just some of our stretch goals. We'll do late pledges. So if we hit any of those in late pledge stage, we'll definitely honor those as well. So yeah, there's our team. Yeah, and this is Moonshine.
Awesome.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah.
It looks really good, man. I love
Yeah.
the art style in this book.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Right on.
Cool premise.
Yeah, there's a. I don't know if you want to watch the video. It's like a minute long.
Let's see it.
It breaks down the whole story.
Okay. Let me know if there's any. If you guys get the
The
audio.
Moon, a desolate frontier. Wade Gallows, retired rover, a man haunted by his past, lives a quiet life in the remote town of Caldera. But fate comes a knocking, as it often does. A chance to ride to the far side to save the moon's energy. The deal isn't without strings. His beloved ranch of chargers hangs in the balance, should he not comply. Caught between the life he's built and the one that still lingers, Wade takes on his suicide mission. He recruits his old posse to brave the moon's many challenges. Rival gangs, aliens, deadly moonquakes. All the while, karma nips at their heels like a cruel mistress. The past never stays buried for long. 5 rovers, 1 scientist, riding into hell's depths to ensure Luna's survival, by hook or by crook. Moonshine is penned by Mr. Tony James, a writer of sorts, a lover of westerns and science fiction. Riding alongside him are his 3 compatriots, experts in what they do best, just like our rovers. And heck fire, take a gander at those rewards. The exclusives won't be sitting in the saddle for long. Keep an eye on the add-ons as well. Stake your claim with these additional items. Get a move on, cowpokes. Back Moonshine today. It's time to ride like the devil's chasing you.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
This to me, I was a huge fan of the Borderlands video games when they first came out.
Yeah.
This looks
yeah.
like that ramped up to the nth degree, man. This is Borderlands on steroids.
It's cool. Cool. That's high praise. I love Borderlands. Yeah. I love movies, like Tombstone, The Wild Bunch, Deadwood.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption is the reason I have a mustache. Pair that with my love of sci-fi. I thought it was a good balance to kind of do something that kind of does both together.
It's a good mix, man. Not done often at all.
Yeah. While we're making Star Noir, I was just like, I'd like to make like one other book, something to ping pong between, while we fulfill a Star Noir, we'll fulfill a Moonshine, and then we'll go back and forth. So this is the Moonshine, that the Western that it's been sitting in my drawer for a long time. Every time I have a conversation with somebody about comics, they're always like, "Why is there no more Westerns? Would you make more Western comics?" And I was like, "Well, it's funny you should say that. I actually have this one here." So here we are.
Sick.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the poster piece right there?
What's that?
Is that the poster right there? Are you going to have a poster for this?
Oh yeah, there's a tier. I forget what the name of the tier is, but there's a tier that has that as the poster. There's a tier that also has the Akira print as the poster as well.
Nice.
So you can grab the books. There's posters, there's prints for everything. There's a sticker pack as well. Can even be drawn into it. We just drew 3 backers into the last Star Noir book, so we introduced it here as well.
Very cool.
Was this digital or was this drawn on paper?
This is all digital. Yeah, like Star Noir. It's all.
It looks painterly for being on digital. That's really good.
Yeah. Gonzalo Ruggieri. He's done some image covers. He's also worked on this book called Lamp Black that's on Kickstarter. It's like a Studio Ghibli vibe thing. And he's just got this very like this intentionally messy style. Like it's a weird way to describe it, but it seems a little like unfinished at first glance, but then when you kind of like look at the technique, you kind of really see that there's a method to everything.
Definitely. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Yep. It's we're hopefully we'll get it funded sooner than later, and then we'll be off to the races.
Look at the chat here. See if it's scribbling underrated. Oh, thanks, Roy. Which beverage would you pair with this book? I'm not sure.
Moonshine.
Yeah, Moonshine. There you go. And it's gone to Aaron Lepresti Sunday show. He's all about the monsters and Chris Impressive. Yeah, I'll hit him up. With a name like Luke Horseman, he had basically 2 career options. I see he went with working on westerns. Yep,
Yeah. Yep.
very true, Roy. True that. See here. It's all about your respect, Mo. I can get your respect. I'll die a happy man. Points for doing your own voiceover, not using AI. It mitigates your use of the word heckfire.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. I had to pitch it down so I sounded a little bit more with more gravitas.
It's why I have a mustache. I'm sure genetics played no part.
And Mo Big with all the zingers.
Yeah. That's what Mo's here for.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this looks great, Tony.
Yeah, thanks.
Heck yeah, it does.
Thanks for inviting me
yeah.
on to talk about it.
Yeah, no problem, man. I'm glad you could make it.
Yeah. I'm doing like the gauntlet of streams over the next couple of days. Like every night has got something going on.
Right.
So
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the way it is.
yep, that's it. Gotta get out there.
So what was your favorite Western?
My favorite Western, it's
Yeah.
it's Tombstone. It's the
Tombstone.
one.
Yeah,
It's the one that I quote. It's the one that I quote the most. It's the one that I rewatch pretty regularly. Yeah, Doc Holliday has all the best lines.
Yeah, he does.
Well, Ed, if I thought you were my friend, well, I just don't think I could bear it. When he's playing poker at the beginning, that's a great
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one. I think dialogue-wise, I really do love Deadwood, that TV show. I don't know if you've watched it, but the dialogue in
Okay.
That's great. Yeah.
that dialogue in that show is like you should like actually study it. It's worth being studied
Nice.
for. And we actually do that in Moonshine. Like there's that elongated way of speaking that we do in Moonshine as well.
Yeah, it's
Excellent.
like Shakespeare. Deadwood's beautifully written.
Yeah. And it's funny trying to.
Yeah, the book looks good. It's just not the same watching Tony promote with Neff to ask my irrelevant question.
Oh, I miss Neff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just try with the dialogue, just trying to find a good balance between that like elongated style, but also like making it accessible, so you don't feel like you need a dictionary to understand what the characters are saying. So yeah, we're
He's out and about on a Sunday.
We got Ted Woodward's Peter. Awesome. So what's next after Moonshine for you? Back to Star Noir?
I'm almost done with the third book of Star Noir. So I'm gonna push the campaign for Star Noir book 4 to the beginning of next year, like February, so that I can fulfill the third book, get that out there, and also like I'm pretty exhausted from like the conventions this summer and also like running this Kickstarter. So I'm like, all right, I need to do nothing but just like fulfill Star Noir book 3, and then at the top of next year we'll do Star Noir book 4.
All right, so Roy says, do you guys agree the best Western trilogy is the Man with No Name series with Clint Eastwood? And whose ass do I need to kick? That does it.
I have thoughts. I mean, so it's a great trilogy. Don't get me wrong; it's probably some of the best. I don't know how many Western trilogies are, but as far as the best Westerns, like Clint's directorial stuff, I think is better than the No Name stuff. Whether it's The Unforgiven or Pale Rider or whatever.
Unforgiven's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of too many trilogies. Are there many Western trilogy contenders?
Yeah.
No, I think that might be the only big one.
Yeah.
So we might be right.
Yeah.
Young Guns.
We agree, Roy. We agree.
I think we agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're working on the third one, aren't they? Right now. They're
Yeah,
working on the third Young Guns.
So it'll be Young Guns and The Man with No Name.
But that Kevin Costner one, that's only supposed to be 2. The new one that he's making,
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, was it called something Horizon or?
like Horizon.
Yeah.
But I think there's only 2 parts. I don't know if there's 3.
I thought they got canceled because it didn't do so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is gonna make that second one. I think
Okay.
the first one made enough money.
Oh, the Outlaw Josie Wales. Is that a trilogy?
No,
I don't think so.
It's a great movie, but it's not a sequel to anything.
Yeah, we agree with you, Roy. We're good. You don't have to kick anybody's ass here. We're good. I guess if you count Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as part of a Once Upon a Time trilogy. No,
Oh, right. Once Upon a Time in the
probably
West.
not.
Yeah.
310 to Yuma was pretty good for me.
Yeah,
Good movie.
that's a good one. I love the ending to that. I like the way with the sound editing with the train engine slowing down.
Yeah.
As an unnamed character is dying. Not to spoil it. But yeah, that's a good one.
Lonesome Dove was only 2 parts.
Yeah.
What was that Mexican trilogy with Desperado? That was basically a Western.
Yeah,
Oh.
kind of. Yeah, with Rodriguez directing.
Palmer-
Yeah. America, yeah.
I know it's not
Count
going
that,
to be
I
up
guess.
there with Tombstone or any of them, but entertaining, we can say.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I can't think of other westerns that are great. But yeah, I played a lot of Red Dead Redemption during the pandemic, and my Arthur Morgan had this big mustache, and I decided I would give it a shot. And I also I grew it as a gag. It's the funny part. I thought I was gonna just shave it off as soon as somebody made fun of it, but then everyone was like, "This looks good. You should keep it." And so that's why I still have it years later.
There we go.
There he is.
There you go.
You got any
All
beard
mustache.
wax to go with it, or is it all natural?
Yeah, there's wax, there's balms, there's stuff to keep it hydrated and soft. Yeah, especially in the humidity, you need the wax to not have it go everywhere. So yeah.
You need a cowboy hat. We were on streams pitching this book.
Oh
You need a
yeah, for
cowboy
sure.
hat.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing that's missing. Well, for the
Next
for the
time,
next book.
issue 2.
Yeah, issue. Yeah, I'll do that for one.
It needs to be part of the
yeah.
visual gag. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really cool. So how some of the things that we kind of brought in from the Western to kind of fit with the sci-fi setting. Like one of the things we did with the spacesuits is that when you the cowboy hat that's on their spacesuit helmets, they're actually functional. So when they can be pulled forward like a medieval battle visor to become this like almost like a futuristic bandit mask. And when they flip it up, it looks like a cowboy hat.
Nice.
So it has fun functionality. There's a character on like one of these interior pages that like is wearing the mask, and then in the next panel he flips it back up. It's the last one with the gunfight. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that third row
Oh
there.
yeah. Yeah, I see that.
And then he flips it up, and then it's the hat. It's just a good way to kind of bring, because otherwise it would look silly to just like drop a cowboy hat onto a random spacesuit.
Right.
So unless here there's like believability and has functionality to it, and then like the horses, they're designed after the Boston Dynamics robots. We also interjected it with motorcycle chopper culture. So the idea is that these rovers, which is what we call our outlaws, they custom design each of their own chargers. So they're
Nice.
they fit their own personality and their own style. So. Yeah, and then there's aliens that burrow out of the ground. They cause one of 4 moonquakes. There's 4 moonquakes. There's one that's caused by the polarity between the moon and the Earth. There's one that's caused by temperature spikes because it goes from like 240 degrees when the sunlight's out to like negative 240. So like because the moon is dry, it shakes the moon. There's one that's caused by meteors that just pummel the surface of the moon, and then there's one that's called shallow moonquakes. Their scientists are not sure what actually causes it, but it is the one that they say it makes the moon ring like a bell because the moon is dry. And so I thought like, oh, maybe those moonquakes are caused by like aliens that kind of burrow out of the ground and attack our cowboys.
It's really cool.
So I thought that would be kind of a fun way to blend the science with the fun alien aspect of it.
Right. See, Roy says you guys know Anthony and Cumia of Opie and Anthony fame did voice work on Red Dead.
Who were they? Who did they play?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know who that is. Mo Big says he needs to write a theme song for this book and play it on the jug.
Yeah.
I volunteer Vinny to play washtub bass on the track.
Yeah.
And Vinny says you don't want to see that. I missed your segment and didn't want you to feel left out.
Appreciate that, Mo Biggs.
All right. Guys, I got to make an exit. I got diapers I need to change.
I hear
Yeah,
you.
no problem, man. Yeah, we're about done here, anyways.
Oh, he's
All
good,
right.
man. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah,
to
no
meet you.
problem, man.
Yeah,
We
it's
will
great
do it
Meeting all
again.
you guys, too, Fabrizio, Benny, Tony.
Yep.
Yeah, good to meet you, man.
It's great meeting you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent books, man. I'll definitely be backing them.
For sure.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Jake.
All right.
Appreciate that.
Y'all take it easy.
You too.
All
All
right,
right,
you
take
too.
Bye bye.
Later, Mo. Everyone.
Cool.
He held it as long as he could. Respect. That'd be time.
That'd be time.
Well, awesome, man. Thanks, you guys, for being here, for sharing your projects. Thanks, the chat, for watching.
Yeah.
Go out there and back
Yeah.
these books.
Thanks
Mo,
for
I-
inviting.
Mo, I can't get to 50 backers without you. And yeah, thanks everybody for being here. Roy,
Thanks for having us on. This is awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks
yeah.
for having me on.
I thought the guy would never leave. Yeah, about time. No, we'll do this again, guys.
Cool.
I had a lot of fun. It was cool
Yeah,
just
it was a lot
hanging
of
out, talking.
Yeah.
Vinny's
for letting
good getting to know you.
Yeah, it's
that's
great getting to know you guys, man. It's been fun.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me jump in so late. I literally
No
got
problem,
off the other. I literally got off the other stream, and I was like, well, "Let me just try to see if they're still on with this one."
Yeah, I'm glad you made it. Glad you're able to show the book off. That's awesome.
Cool.
I
Yeah,
just
appreciate
assumed you
that.
were robbing a train by horseback, but
yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah, right before this. For sure.
Yep. Hail the panel. Hail the chat. All
Thanks,
right,
everybody.
guys.
Thanks, chat.
Thanks everybody for showing up, and we'll see you guys next time.
Absolutely.